Hi everyone, we're Pete and Tan. We love travelling off-grid through Australia's breathtaking landscapes. We're not just adventurers, we're passionate storytellers who love sharing our experiences in connection to the natural world. We love lingering for longer in places where we draw inspiration as nature lovers and visual artists. Currently, we're travelling through WA, where beauty and geology converge in a symphony of natural wonders. From rugged coastlines and pristine beaches to the ancient rock formations and stunning natural parks, this state offers a captivating blend of diverse terrains. Come along as we explore the spectacular gorges, vibrant marine life and unique geological formations that truly make Western Australia an absolute gem of the Outback. Welcome to another episode of Art Zone Travels. In this episode, we take you with us to the stunning Kennedy Ranges in the Upper Gascoyne region of Western Australia. Kennedy Range is a vast ancient sandstone plateau that is 75 kilometres long and up to 25 kilometres wide. Kennedy Range National Park, known as Mandatharda to the local Ingada Aboriginal language group, is located approximately 185 kilometres or 3 hours drive east of Carnarvon.
Over millions of years, natural forces have etched out valleys and created remarkable cliff faces in this range. Staying here for a few days meant we got to experience camping under the stars, which are incredible out there. We also got to enjoy the contrasts of the ranges that were silhouetted and illuminated in the early morning and late afternoon light.
We'll take you to some of the incredible geological features in its ancient valleys, such as Temple Gorge, Honeycomb Gorge, and the sunrise viewing from the escarpment. We camped the night at Ingada Free Camp before heading into Kennedy Ranges, which is located inland from Carnarvon.
You can find it on Wiki. As you come in from Carnarvon, it's on your right of the Carnarvon-Milwala Road, on the way to Gascoyne Junction. A quick overnight camp meant that the next day we could get up early, have a good start and arrive at Kennedy Ranges fairly early to hopefully get a good sight at the campground.
Yeah, we're just driving through this area. It's really flat, lots of clay pan, and we're just noticing there's still a lot of water lying around out here, which is remnant of about a week ago, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why we couldn't come out.
Yeah, so this is why we are actually heading back here to go to Temple Gorge, because we couldn't get through not so long ago. Anyways, all good. We're looking on time for getting into camp in about 20 minutes, just in time to set up, put out the chairs and have a beer. Good old ye faithful gravel pit, Pete.
Pretty thankful. I'm getting a bit weary. There's lots of people here, not? We're the only one.
So we're all on a Pat Malone tonight.
We are, it looks like it, but you never know. There's firewood here, so guess what? Gonna have a fire tonight.
Alright, so just setting up for the night, so we won't pull everything out. We'll have a nice little fire and just take it easy. making good fire that night. It burnt beautifully and slowly. We cooked dinner on the embers and then settled in with a lovely glass of port. It was one of those nights we won't forget. Safe to say it was probably one of the best ever gravel pit free camps we've ever had, except for losing the drone. So I'm at camp by myself at the moment, out here in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, a bit of a story to that. So Pete chucked the drone up just then to get this sunset as it set over there to the west on the other side of the sand ridge. And it was spectacular because of the recent rains. There was a whole lot of circular or ovoid shapes in the landscape full of water, and the sun was reflecting in them. And Pete was just in the zone, so he sent it way out, and then we had a problem. So didn't think we'd have enough battery to get it back. So what's happened is Pete has managed to land it, but unfortunately not at camp. So he's had to go walkabout somewhere over there in the bush behind me. He's taken a few photos as it was coming down and hopes he can locate it somewhere on the other side of the road. So, and here I am at camp in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, it's me and the fire.
The drone crash landed. Ran out of power, so I've had to go for a couple of kilometres hike across the red dirt, and I've just found it. So I'm lucky. Here it is.
I think I can hear him. Here he comes. Here he comes, walking out of the bush. I was worried about you. Oh my God, you've got it.
Hello, little fellow.
Where did you find it?
On the side of the road. It was just hidden behind a bush.
No way.
Oh, how good is that? I thought I'd lost it forever.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing is in this situation? If you lost it, you lose all that like stupendous footage.
Oh no, there's some great footage up there. So yeah, thanks universe.
Let's celebrate. Found it. Thank goodness though, because the footage that he captured on there was incredible. This is what he managed to save. Enjoy. everybody, good morning. So we have just left Ngada Free Camp, which is about half an hour in from the Carnarvon Road where we turned in off last night. Had a great little night, beautiful to sit out under the stars and have a campfire. And this morning we are on our way into Gascoyne Junction. It's about an hour and a half up the road, I think. And what we're going to do there is just stock up on some basic supplies, and then we're going to head up to Temple Gorge. Now there is about a 60-kilometre unsealed road to get into the Kennedy Ranges National Park, so we're anticipating that and really looking forward to getting there. So Gascoyne Junction is situated about 175 kilometres east of Carnarvon on Bitumen Road, all the way from Carnarvon out to the junction. Gascoyne Junction itself is located on the banks of the Gascoyne River, and there's also a great visitor information centre out there, so we're going to pop in there and just check on the road conditions. There's been a fair bit of rain out here over the last couple of weeks, so we just want to be careful, and just checking that all is well to head up into the ranges. So yeah, we'll give you an update when we get there. The Kennedy Range itself is a large escarpment, like a really large old ancient eroded plateau, and it's located near the Gascoyne River catchment area, and within that area there's several walking trails and tracks that you can take. So one in particular that we're going to make a beeline for is called the Honeycomb Gorge, and it's supposed to be quite spectacular in its geology, very interesting, like lots of red cliff faces with huge big holes in them, creating like this effect of a honeycomb. So visually we're really looking forward to seeing that one.
It looks like we're right into a fairly strong headwind. I'm just looking down on the computer and it's saying we're almost 22 litres per 100, which is quite a lot. I mean, normally we sit about 17 or 18, and I thought so because I put the drone up just before we left, and the poor old thing couldn't even keep up with the car doing about 25 kilometres an hour. So yeah, we're sucking juice right at the moment. I think we'll have to sort of see who's the cheapest, because there's one, maybe two petrol stations there, but I always carry two 20-litre jerry cans of diesel just in case. We almost got caught out on our over the years twice, and I tell you what, it's not a very pleasant feeling when you know that you're going to run out of fuel. So if you're ever going even slightly remote, I don't know, for us anyway, we'd always carry extra fuel.
Alrighty, so it's a bit windy as you can see. We've just arrived at Gascoyne Junction, and we are amazed at the water refill facility they have here. It's fantastic. So Pete's just topping up the water.
I just want to show you this in this community area, that this is what they've done. You've got a drive-through space to put your van and your car, and you've got a picnic table. I mean, check it. I mean, it is beautiful. I've never seen it anywhere in Australia, ever.
Hi, welcome to Gascoyne Junction.
Safe travels and enjoy your stay.
So we have just left Gascoyne Junction. So we've got the diesel, We topped up on water. So I've just come in from the Visitor Information Centre at the Gascoyne Junction and had a lovely chat to a really lovely lady called Ainsley. So she's the Tourism and Community Development Officer, and she was just so helpful. Really enjoyed our chats with her. So we found out that the roads all the way out here to Kennedy Ranges and beyond are all open. So they're back all open after all the rains of late, and so just a few bumpy patches here and there.
There's still lots of water on the road and there's lots of mud. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad, well, we couldn't have got out anyway a week, 10 days ago, but it's drying off quickly.
Alright, so we've got a 60k drive out to Kennedy Ranges, so we'll just settle in and see what comes. Catch you at the other end. So as we're driving along, just to my left here, the Kennedy Ranges are starting to run parallel with the road here that we're driving along. And I'm just looking at them and the colours already look beautiful. It is midday, so the sun's fairly high, but they seem to be casting these beautiful like navy blue and aubergine shadows already. That's what we can't wait for, is to just like be amongst it and on sunset and sunrise and just watch the colours change over them. We are so excited.
Gosh, we've just turned the corner and you're just now driving straight into these mountain ranges, and the colours are specky, mate. They are just so good. I'm going to get the drone up. We set up camp overlooking the escarpment and were pretty chuffed with our sight. We soon took off for a quick recce at the entry to Draper's Gorge Walk before the sun went down. this morning.
Yeah, it's a bit fresh, but it's beautiful.
I love it. I love the anticipation. What's today going to bring? What are we going to see? It's just so beautiful out there, Outback in Australia. A natural flat platform partway up the escarpment provides a great place from which to watch sunrise over the flat plains to the east. As the early morning sunlight illuminates the cliffs across the escarpment, we sat and wondered.
There's a short, rocky walking trail to reach the viewing platform from the car park. Oh my gosh, so we have just had the best time up there on that viewing platform, at the sunrise viewing platform. We met the two loveliest young people, and we talked there for 2 hours. You know, when you just connect with some souls.
So yeah, it was a really enjoyable experience, and I think that's one of the great things about travel, is that you meet people you would never meet normally in life. And these people are a lot younger than us, but we had such a strong connection to nature and the passion to be out
Travelling this great continent, and
yeah
and the same reverence for getting up at 5 in the morning and watching sunsets. Anyway guys, listen, we're about to head up to Honeycomb Gorge.
and have a coffee. Honeycomb Gorge is a beautiful cliff face formed by wind and water spray from the seasonal waterfall above the cliff face.
It's an intriguing feature which has created a mass of hexagonal holes leading to the honeycomb name. Wow, we've got a nice day for it.
Oh look, it's a cracker day, but you know what I love is the blue against the red. Right.
It's so striking.
It's like, it'd just be so different if it was cloudy. We have just picked the best day.
The Honeycomb Gorge Trail is a 600 metre return walk and allow for about 15 to 30 minutes. It's a short trail that weaves through massive boulders from an old rockfall, and it terminates at a seasonal waterfall and pool. So we're going to get to check out the honeycomb cavities that have been eroded into the cliff face. We're really excited to actually head up there and see it for ourselves. So we're nearing our walk up into Honeycomb Gorge, and we've just come over the rise, and we've just seen that at the bottom of the Honeycomb Gorge here is a beautiful water pool, like a billabong, but it's incredible. And it sounds like an amphitheatre because it's curved. It runs right round here, like this in a great big curve. Oh my goodness, this is so special. And there's all these little insects and spiders' webs making their homes in there, I think. Beautiful. You can see all this very soft, beautiful, silty sand just coming down and resting on all the little ledges. So we came back to the van this morning after our beautiful sunrise sojourn and our trek into Honeycomb Gorge, and we've just had a nice restful afternoon. I've been doing a little bit of editing, so I just needed a little bit of a walk, get back outside again. So where we're camped up here at Temple Gorge Campground, you don't need to walk far to be amongst it. It's really beautiful. So currently I'm just standing here in a little creek bed just behind me and having a little explore and enjoying connecting to nature just for a moment. But also it's just amazing because just over here in front of me is just the most beautiful sight, these big red ancient outcrops. And as the sun changes throughout the day and moves over to the west, the light on these ridges changes all the time. And so we've really enjoyed just observing that today from the van. And so it's about 4:30 now, so the light's starting to get lower. So these mountains here and behind me are starting to get really big, deep, dark shadows. Yet over here to the south, the sun is still hitting those beautiful big red rock faces and highlighting them. Just beautiful. And just as I'm walking back too, I've noticed there's a whole lot of beautiful little finches. There's some little willy wagtails here, and there's lots of other bird varieties here too. I think it'd be a bit of a bird watcher's paradise, to be honest. But yeah, I just sat down there in the little creek bed and just stood still for a moment and was hoping that I might be able to capture some film of these little birds, but they're too sharp. They're too quick for me. Anyway, it was just really nice to yeah, take the time to sit still in nature. And I find like when I do that, it just all comes to you. You just got to be patient and quiet. And yeah, so I had a little willy wagtail come and sit in the tree right next to me. It was just a really nice moment. I'm sure you guys might have had moments like that too. Just drop a comment in the box below and let me know if you have. And I don't know if you can see, but all the caravans are all dotted along here in the Temple Gorge Campground. Our van's just over here behind the tree. And we got a really nice spot. It's beautiful. We overlook this beautiful area that I'm walking across now. And then across that, over up into those big red outcrops I was just showing you. So it's been lovely. Really nice little campground. There's no entry fee for the national park, however camping fees do apply at the bush campground. So currently camping fees per night are $15 per adult, $10 concession card holder, and $5 per child 6 to 15 years old. So the payment box is in the campground at the start of the escarpment walk trail, and there's a park brochure and a camp fee envelope. Note that there's no drinking water available in the national park, and you should always just carry ample supplies of drinking water and fuel. Temple Gorge Campground does have a communal fire pit, but to protect the wildlife habitat and ecology of the national park, just bring your own firewood before getting into the national park. It also has a bush toilet. You know what? Some days I'm just tempted to pop my head up here and check out the views, and this morning it's not too shabby. Check this. So we're just getting ready to do a walk this morning, and we're going to be heading up into Temple Gorge, which is accessed from just behind us here at the Temple Gorge campground. And so it's a beautiful day outside, and we're going to go up to the first part of the walk. So it's a 1 to 2 hour return, and the first part is class 3, and then that goes up about, I think, about 2/3 of the way, and then after that it's a class 4. So yeah, we're going to head up there and enjoy the morning and see what's up there.
See behind me, just up there past the car, that's the Temple Gorge, and we're just going to walk up through here and the campground and then straight up to the track. Looking forward to it. It's brisk, it's cool, and again, the morning is full of anticipation.
So as we walk up to the Temple Gorge, just wanted to let you know a little bit about what the campsites are like here at the Temple Gorge campground. Look, you can get a big van in, but it's just a little bit tricky navigating that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really sort of, there's no design to it, so it's all, I don't want to use the word pokey, but it is kind of meant for smaller vans and smaller RVs, but there is spaces. There's about 4 big vans. What I say is big, 21 foot plus. You've got to be able to sort of reverse and back yourself out of the bottom end of the campground, so just be careful of that.
The other thing that we were pleasantly surprised at was that both the Draper's Gorge and the Temple Gorge walks are accessed directly from the Temple Ground campground. So it's fantastic. It just makes it really doable and really accessible for everyone.
So I just saw a sign back at the campsite that says you can do a 45-minute walk to the Honeycomb Gorge. So basically what Chan said is yeah, park up here and you can do all the walks from the campground.
So we're not even far into the walk, and we just looked over to the right, and here's this creek bed coming down through the gorge, and we're just loving the layers of the earth here. Check this out. So as we're walking further up the gorge, we're now walking along the creek bed, and at certain points you've just got to keep looking up because, I mean, the views ahead of you are just as stunning as the views all around you. I mean, just check this out. So we're here, we're at Temple Gorge, and I'm sure you can see right behind us as to why it's named that. As we were walking up here, everything just went deadly silent, and then this breeze just came out of nowhere from in behind us here and down through the valley. And at that point Pete just said, "Oh my gosh, listen to that." And sometimes, you know, when we're in places like this, I don't know, we feel something otherworldly. And I guess what that is just that. It's just reminding you to stop and listen. And yeah, it was just one of those special moments. And the moment we stopped, we listened and yeah, stopped talking, put everything down, sat still, the wind disappeared. And so now we're just left here in the silence. We're the only ones here.
So again, we're really glad we got up early. It's got this freshness to it. There's nobody else here, so there's just this peace and quiet.
So we're just going to enjoy a few more quiet moments here and take in this beauty. What a sight. It certainly feels very special.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, we could even time this. If I was working professionally, we would have had someone come up here and check the time of day, do the filming. and the location, but we just wandered up here. It is just like we're in the shadows here, as you can tell, and the temple is just, it's glowing like a neon light. It's so hard to describe it, to see it on camera. But look, I've been to a lot of places in America and they're very special, but this little part of Australia, it holds its own and it's absolutely glorious.
Good morning everyone. Bit of a quick pack up this morning as we leave Kennedy Ranges National Park. It's raining, so we're feeling pretty lucky that we actually nailed the last couple of days with the weather to get up into those beautiful gorges and see this beautiful mountain range and countryside. Anyway, better get a crack on. We're finishing off the pack and we're hoping to get into Gascoyne Junction before the rain gets too heavy, because if it does, we won't be going anywhere. The road from here into the Gascoyne Junction is all that red clay stuff that turns to silt when it's wet. So we'll catch you in at the junction. Anyway guys, thanks for joining us. It's been amazing. We hope you've really enjoyed traveling along with us. Catch you soon.
Hey, bye for now guys. We'll see you on the other side.
Yep, all good. Brake lights. Yep, perfect. About there, Pete? How's that?
Perfect. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our content, give us a like by hitting the thumbs up icon below. Leave a comment about what you enjoyed. We'd love to hear from you.
If you'd like to see more of what we get up to, just give the subscribe button a hit. It's free, so you can get a notification as to when our next video is up and live. Safe and happy travels always.